What's up, everybody? I'm back, and today I have yet another Truth Social update for you guys. I know in my last video I talked about how it possibly will be delayed for months, maybe even until after the midterms, and why that's not good. And in my first ever video, I sort of talked about it in general and why I didn't think it was going to be very good, or at least, it's going to be decent at most. But today, with this new information, it's kind of getting even worse than we thought, to be completely honest with you guys. So, just a few hours ago, this new Fox News article about it came out where Devin Nunes actually gave them a little bit of information about content moderation practices. So, first it says that TMTG is partnering with Hive, which provides automated content moderation for videos, images, text, and audio using artificial intelligence, apparently. And Devin Nunes said about this, we want to be very family friendly, we want this to be a very safe place, and we are focused on making sure any illegal content is not available on the site. Hive has a great track record of this, and they have been good to work with. They are very helpful for our team, and because of their experience, I think they're helping to craft the right spot for us. We want to be the most family friendly site. So yeah, at first that might sound pretty regular, no website really allows illegal stuff on it, and it's pretty reasonable for them to maybe want to try out this new technology to not allow any illegal stuff to be happening on the site. So that's not really where the problem is. It's actually, if you keep reading, you'll see this guy, Kevin Guo, who is the co-founder and CEO of Hive, which is the company I just mentioned, which will be teaming up with TMTG to moderate Truth Social. He actually said that Hive has been working with TMTG for many months already. And then he says, from the very beginning of product design, they have had moderation as a core concept that they've been building around. So our integration with them certainly is not one they have put in last minute or after the fact. They have been very thoughtful and very proactive with us, and when they launch, moderation will be fully in place on day one. He then went on to say that Hive's technology has the ability to identify content like nudity, drugs, violence, hate speech, spam, and bullying. So, out of that small list of things that the AI moderates, there might be one thing that sticks out to you, which is very similar to what big tech social media sites also ban. And yes, obviously, I'm sure we all know I'm talking about hate speech here. So yes, that's right. Truth Social, the quote-unquote next big alt-tech social media site, the next free speech social media site that is supposed to rival Twitter and all these other big tech social media sites, but supposedly supposed to be free speech, is banning hate speech, which is a term made by the left and used mostly to silence us, the right wing. And for some reason, Truth Social is going to be probably exactly the same as these other social media sites in terms of banning hate speech. And when I look at this, yeah, they're saying that they're not going to ban other political opinions and stuff like that. But Truth Social is only going to be conservatives anyway, so that's not really a problem. Obviously, they're not going to ban different political views when literally the whole website is going to be almost the same political view anyways. It wouldn't really make sense to do that. And it's not like any social media site ever admits to really banning certain political views anyway, even though it's pretty obvious that they do. They always hide it behind other terms, like hate speech being one of them. So this really isn't going to be much different than Getter, just on a bigger scale, where somebody like Nick Fuentes gets banned off of it, even though they didn't break any rules, just because they're seen as someone that spreads hate by literally the liberal media. And I'm sure the people running it don't really like his views anyway, so of course they use that to get him out of there. So in reality, this place is not going to be that much different than Twitter or YouTube or Instagram. If you say something that this AI somehow considers hate speech, you'll be banned off of there. Or if you're a person that gets labeled as a white nationalist or a white supremacist, even though you might not really be that, you'll probably get banned off there too. And if you're someone that identifies themselves as a Groyper, the first thing that comes up when you look up Groyper is that it's a white nationalist, white supremacist group. And again, that is something that'll probably fall under hate speech by this AI moderation. So I'm not saying this is 100% going to happen, but it really is looking like it might go down something like this. Because you tell me, I know you guys who watch me are all conservative, so you guys obviously know, just like me, what does hate speech get used as by all these other social media sites that say that they ban hate speech? It's used 99.99% of the time to silence us and our political views. And in a social media site, there's going to be like 99% conservative, and the 1% that's not, it's probably going to be feds trying to see what everybody else on there is saying. You tell me who on there is going to get banned then. Because it's not going to be the feds, because they're not going to be saying anything crazy. And it's not going to be, the regular, average boomer, Trump supporting conservative. It's going to be us. It's going to be the people who say stuff that is controversial, people who say stuff that is not very popular. So basically, all of us America First Zoomers, the real conservatives out here, are probably going to get censored on the site. And on top of that, something that isn't really talked about on this article, and something I thought about recently, I didn't even mention this in my last video or my last 2 videos about this. Truth Social is going to be available on the App Store. So that means that just like Getter, just like Instagram, just like Twitter, and just like YouTube, they're going to have to follow the App Store's rules. And that combined with the fact that we're being told now that hate speech and bullying is going to get banned, well, that seems like that's their way right there to be able to ban certain people while at the same time saying that they're free speech, which they're really not. It's not going to be like Gab, who actually got kicked off the App Store because they really are free speech. If anything, this is looking more and more like just a place Trump is making for himself so he can be able to have social media, have a big following on a social media site, and have basically like a huge Trump rally online 24/7. It's not looking like he really cares to give people a voice and have a big place online where people can say whatever they want. It's crazy. On Truth Social, which is owned by Trump, we're still being basically held to the same standards that we're being held on in all these big tech social media sites controlled by leftists who hate us. So my position on all of this is that Truth Social is going to be even more of a failure than we thought. Maybe not in the sense of numbers and how much people are going to be on it, because it's still going to be huge, but it's not going to be what we need at all. And I've been saying this from the start, but now it's just even worse than I could ever imagine. And what I'll tell you guys is get on Gab. I'm sure most of you who subscribe to me and watch my videos already are, but if you're not, then you might as well make an account now. When Truth Social does come out, I will make an account just to, take a look at it, see what's going on there. And actually what I thought about is that when it does come out, I'll probably do a live stream going on it myself. I guess with you guys, because I'm sure everybody's going to be checking it out at the same time. So I'll live stream that, see what's going on, and we'll see what it takes to get banned on there. I don't know, I'll say a few things and see what happens. It still says on the App Store it's going to come out next month, but like I said, there's still talks about it being delayed for a long time. If I'm being honest, hopefully it does come out next month, because I want to see what this is and what it's going to be like. Even though we have a good idea, I want to actually see the final product of it. And it's going to be funny seeing America First people get banned on there because, this AI that bans hate speech and bullying. So yeah, that's pretty much it for all of this. I'll keep you guys updated if anything else major comes out. Like the video if you did enjoy. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about all of this. Are you still going to make a Truth Social account? Check my description for all my other social media sites. Most importantly, my Gab and my Discord, which is the main ones I'm on. If you want to have updates for the channel, that's where you got to go. And like always, I'll see you guys in the next one.
Girl, you look cute on Instagram, but that's too digital. To keep it real with you, girl, I wanna get physical. You so different from these hoes, they so different from you. Shorty, I'm running a check, I'ma spend it on you.